we talk about here in Bianca, we say marry the house and date the rate, right? Because a lot of people are saying, well, I want to wait till rates go down, right? I want to wait till rates go back down. But here's a fact. Historically, since interest rates were invented, the average rate from like the last 40, 50 years for a 30-year fixed mortgage has been around 6.74. Now, there's only been one time in history where everybody was in the 2s and 3s, and that was during, 2020, 2021. So I always tell people, you might as well get the house, because in Metro Atlanta, as you know, because you were going to purchase in 2018, home prices keep going up no matter what in Metro Atlanta, because so many of us transplants, we move here. Most of us are not from here, and we just keep buying houses because we have to. Because you might as well get the equity in the home, and then when rates go back down, we can just refinance you later. Does that make sense?
That does make sense.
Awesome. Glad to hear that. And so
there's only two reasons to buy a home. And
I'll let that go. I'm gonna let that go because I was explaining to some other people like the 2 reasons to buy a home. But what we do is we have a partnership with Children's Healthcare of Atlanta. And that's a big deal for us. We take a portion of every single real estate and mortgage closing, and we donate it to Children's Healthcare of Atlanta to help save kids' lives. Have you ever heard of Children's Healthcare of Atlanta?
Absolutely.
Okay. So when you give us a referral, Bianca, and I'm going to ask you for some today, just so you know, whenever you give us a referral and we close a transaction, we're going to give some money to Children's Healthcare of Atlanta. So the people who take their children there, they never leave with a bill. So I love kids, so that's why we support this cause. So let's talk about this. There's 2 types of agency. One's called seller agency and buyer agency. And Georgia is a little bit different than some other states. And seller agency is this, where if you work with the seller's agent, or you walk into a subdivision, or you don't have a realtor representing you, basically they don't have any fiduciary obligations to you. Sometimes buyers who have not bought a home think if they don't have a realtor and they deal directly with the seller's agent that they're going to get a better deal. That's not true. I mean, all the numbers show if you have representation that you will actually get more favorable deal because you have somebody fighting on your behalf. I like to equate that to, that's like going to court for a serious charge without a lawyer thinking the prosecutor is going to look out for you. And we know that doesn't end well, right? So what we're talking about today is buyer agency. And that's where you have somebody on your team that's going to be representing you and your family's wishes and what you want to get done in a transaction. And we're going to make sure that all your fiduciary mindset and things that you want, that we take care of those in writing and protect you guys all the way to closing and after closing. So here's a fact. Buyers who don't have a buyer's agent representing them, they're working with an agent who represents the seller's interest. That's just the bottom line. So you want to make sure that you have somebody representing you as well. Does that sound pretty good to you?
Yes.